Hello, welcome to the Construction Sport Podcast. We are back. We've got Gavin Elson, ETC training, or Elson training.
And consultancy.
Every time I get mixed up, I'll get there. Every person who comes in, it could be Dave Limited, I'll still get it wrong. All good?
All good, yeah.
So the ETC, what's going on in the world there? Machine driving?
Well,
training?
Very busy.
Mm-hmm.
Really busy. A bit of a lapse sort of September.
Yep.
It seemed to sort of drop off a little bit in September, but it seems to be picking its way back up again now. So, yeah.
So we met down at the old show the other week, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
PlantWorx.
PlantWorx, yeah.
Good crack, wasn't it?
Oh,
yeah.
mate, it was wicked. Yeah. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, cost me a fortune. Ended up tearing two of my tyres up on my car.
Oh, did you?
Ended up having all four changed.
Did you really? Yeah.
I was a bit gutted, yeah.
Savage. How did you do that then? What, stuff on the floor?
Builder's waste on the floor.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Fucking construction again.
So,
yeah.
Pick your screws up, lads.
I popped down there for the one day, but I think it's every other year that show, isn't it?
Yeah, it's every 2 years, yeah. So it coincides with Hillhead.
Yeah, okay, yeah, cool.
So like this year's PlantWorx, next year will be Hillhead. And then PlantWorx.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Separate companies, aren't they? Separate shows or
Yeah,
such?
totally separate shows, yeah. But you always see the same faces, you know.
Yeah.
It's great because it gives us a chance to sort of get out and have a conversation with people that you don't normally have time to see. Like, you know.
It's quite cool to tie in like that every other year then, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's nice. And it's nice just to have that day off.
Yeah,
just
because a big commitment getting to these shows sometimes, especially for the plant industry
as
well.
It's good for CPD as well. Cause, you know, you get to go around and see lots of new equipment and sort of what's new to the world. And you see some of the same old stuff as you always do, but some of it develops a little bit. And I saw some pretty cool stuff while I was there. But as you know, I was working for the Awesome Earth Movers Enterprise.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Overseeing that.
They did really well.
Did
Again,
they over it? Yeah.
Always do, yeah. They do brilliant.
Do they go to Hill as well? Hillhead as well? Or is that separate? That's part of PlantWorx?
They go all around the world.
Do they really? Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all fairly new to me getting involved with the shows.
All around the world.
Really? Yeah. That's pucker. So that's
literally everywhere.
Yeah. I suppose all the machines and all that are branded and part of it are worldwide, aren't they?
Well, you got UK construction's only like a fraction, you know, of what's going on in terms of construction equipment. You know, and when you start getting in the realms like America and you know, Alaska, Canada, and you know, Australia, all these other massive countries in the world, you know, we're literally just
they've got a lot more earth than us.
A lot more earth than us.
It does make sense.
And a lot more to move.
Yeah, exactly. So it just shows, doesn't it, how much? That's incredible, isn't it? And especially look at Australia and I suppose America, the size of machines that are moving around out there.
Oh, colossal.
Yeah. Did you ever get out there? Been out there?
Mate,
anything?
I've wanted to go to Vegas to go to one of these shows since forever.
Yeah.
But the cost of doing it is just through the roof.
Fortune, isn't it?
Yeah, just through the roof.
Yeah.
I've had many conversations with our mate Pete. Come on, Pete.
Be an assistant.
Let's get out there. Come on.
I was actually saying to Katie Keller last week, actually, Connex Bar, so what's the crack then? How many people do you need assisting you? So I can get you 30% off your ticket or something like that, or get a ticket for 300 quid or something. I was like, cool. I was like, well, let's go out there. We touched base with a few American companies this year, actually, who are supported Get Construction Talking, what supports us. And we was like, there is a place for us out there if we go and want to put up for a few days. So,
I think there's a place for it all over the world, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we're seeing that now.
It's not just us, mate, you know.
No, massive. Like you say, we're just a small piece of this tiny piece of this massive puzzle, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah. So we need to get out. So you specifically deal with the training side of it,
predominantly, I started as an operator.
Did you?
Yeah, I was an operator for many years. Just sort of ventured to work for a company called PlantWorx down in the southwest.
Yeah.
Did extremely well with PlantWorx.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely loved working for them. They're a brilliant company.
Chris Matthews is down there now.
Chris Matthews is there, yeah. He came after I left. He came, I think it was about 12 months after I left.
They've got a big presence at Hinckley, I think, haven't they?
Massive. Yeah, huge presence at Hinckley. Great company. Red, you know, it's run by real good people.
Yeah.
It's got a good sort of family sort of basis when I was there. You know, you were if you had a problem, you know, you could open your mouth and you knew that you'd be heard.
A lot of the plant companies really are, aren't they? It's all family based and
a lot of them are, yeah.
Really, everyone talks highly of everybody, really, even the competitors in a way.
They do, yeah. I don't really think there's any enemies in it, really. I mean, you hear that all across social media and stuff like that, but
I wonder if it's just to do because the machines are so big. When things go tits up, you really need allies alongside you, don't they? And when things need to be moved and there's a lorry, it's a costly exercise to do.
And when there's a drama,
Yeah.
a big drama, you know, a death of someone quite prominent, you know, they all kind of go bang together, which is really, really nice.
Yeah.
It's nice to see, you know.
Yeah, it all comes united.
They often sort of
and almost like, I'm actually
have conversations together.
I'm picturing a machine stuck in the water somewhere and then looking over at the competitor and them going, can you help us or not? Yeah, if you're sinking, you need someone alongside you to pull you out.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, so how did you get into, what got you on a digger in the first place then? Day one.
I used to work for my brother-in-law. I first left school. Construction was never my thing. It was never something I had an interest in construction equipment from a very, very young age and tractors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I had a little red tractor. I used to sleepwalk when I was a kid.
Did you?
Yeah, I used to go and climb out the window. My mum will be watching this. She'll be laughing her head off. And I used to go and climb out the window and 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll be going up and down the street on my little red tractor.
Oh,
yeah, I was a bugger.
Yeah.
So it was always there.
Destined.
My stepdad, he was a builder. So, you know, he always just wear his hard hats and stuff like that. And the interest was always there. A lot of my family are tradesmen.
Yep.
So I left school, didn't really know what to do in my life. Went to work for a transport company before I left school. I was washing wagons for a transport company.
How was it? Yep.
Started quite young, yeah. So I think I started work when I was about 11.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, just a couple of nights a week, after school, going washing wagons, and
Perfect.
on a Saturday morning, I was probably the richest kid in school.
So sort your arms out, hold the jet wash all day.
Oh God, yeah. And then we sort of went into the groundwork side of it. My sister and her husband have got a company. He's now a project manager for a big housing developer, part of History Group.
Oh, yep, cool.
So he works there now. But when he had his own groundworks company, you know, that was where we started. And I was a cheeky little shit. I couldn't keep off the machines.
Yeah.
And every time he went off site, I'd go and jump on the machine.
That's how you learn, though, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, yeah. He caught me the one
Off
day.
record.
He caught me the one day, and I thought, oh God,
Yeah.
I'm in the shit here. And he never said anything to me.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, never said anything to me. He used to say to me, he was doing this job in middle of Wolverhampton, and he'd go and check the oil on that digger and bring it over here for me. Yeah, all right then.
Yeah.
Before you knew it, you were lifting the arm up, tracking it across, putting it down. I know what these controls do. So it kind of goes from there, really. Like, so, you know, I won't be where I am without him.
Yeah.
You know, point blank.
It's an open opportunity to get on the machine, isn't it? Yeah, at the start, I don't want it.
Unknowingly.
Yeah.
Yeah, unknowingly, yeah. So, you know, and I've developed so many people across the years, especially when I was at PlantWorx, you know, apprentices that were coming through and whatnot. And I love doing that. I love seeing people sort of progress from, you know, doing not much with their lives to actually doing something.
Being given an
and
opportunity.
actually becoming really good as well.
Yeah.
You know, I'm quite blessed, really, that I've got some decent people around us.
Yeah.
So I left school, went to work for that, did my first, went for my first time to try and get in the Marines. Didn't happen. Weren't for me.
Yeah.
Had to wait 12 months.
Let's go down to Livingston.
I didn't even get that far.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't even get out of the careers office.
Yeah.
Went for my second attempt. Couldn't get through again. It was all maths and English based.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
I just
exactly
couldn't get through it, man. I was daft as two short planks. Sat there the one day thinking, what am I going to do in my life? You know, I can't clearly get into that. I looked at the Royal Engineers, go down the Green Beret route in that, because I've got a relative who's in the Marines.
Yep.
Didn't really sort of happen. Met the missus, had kids, and here we are. So yeah, worked for many plant oil companies over the years, and
I had a very similar one too. I signed up I went to the careers office, not knowing what career, but I knew it was military. And then I scraped by the test, but wasn't quite high enough what they wanted. But they said, "Oh, well, they will push me and let me do the Marine one." And then my mum was just like, "Please don't go, please don't go." And then I signed up for Arctic warfare training. So I just wanted to ski. My dad was Royal Green Jackets, but Dad was like, go to the Marines. You'll be a thinking man soldier. You'll be fine. So so he was all for it. And then he was like, but you'll ski for a living. Then they sold me this Arctic warfare package. Basically, like, you always go out to Norway now and live out there. And I went, this is the dream. Yeah. And then and this was just post 9/11. And then before I signed on the paper, the dotted line to go down to Livingston, it got scrapped. And it was someone told me who was inside who I knew, Steve, they're getting rid of that scheme and you'll be straight out here in no time with us in the Middle East. And I was like, I don't want to go in the sand, I want the snow. So I pulled the plug, I put the hands up to it, I completely bottled it, and it wasn't what I did. And I jumped on the next flight out to Austria and done work behind a bar for 4 months instead and skied that way. without being shy.
I think you picked the right career choice.
It was, and I'll tell you what, my mum stuck the newspaper in front of me every day, even when on the phone. She was like, have you seen the news? Seen the news? And it was just another Marine dead, another Marine dead, another Marine dead. Like 18, 19, 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
You know, that period. It's the Sun newspaper, just like all the square grids of these faces. And it was just like, she rammed it home that it was not, this would have been you. This would have been you. I thought, I'm not going to go now. I'm at 5 stone heavier now. I'm pissed every day in Austria. I've got no chance of going here. But then you end up in the digger world.
Ended up in the digger world, yeah. Went back to work for my sister and my brother-in-law. Left there, went and did a bit of plastering for a bit, labouring. Ended up back in the machines again, sort of groundworks, potting around, general building. And then
that's non-site based, really, is it? Local little stuff,
little tiny stuff, local council work and stuff like that, which was quite nice.
Yeah,
you don't kill yourself on it. Well, you do sometimes, but not
on the gas.
Yeah, just mind the gas pipes. Didn't call me the vicar for nothing. Just ended up sort of going down the plant route, went into a quarry, started working down there, got all my CPCS sort of reignited because that had gone. Yeah. And then I've never been out of work since. I'm talking like sort of 2010, time that I sort of reignited my CPCS. I was NPORS for many years.
Yeah.
See, back then, the scheme's a lot different now.
Yeah, I want to know about this from you, especially from your experience. We can see it from ours. Yeah. I've jumped around on machines. I always class myself as I'm not a machine driver, more of a stockpile man. And I can load up wagons. Yeah, I'll dig footings and all that. Yeah. But I'm a ground worker more than I'm a digger driver. Yeah. But I can jump on a machine. Yeah. And that was pretty much, even when I was a foreman actually, was when I got the ticket done, because the amount of times I'd be there, someone Monday clubs turn up and fucking there's no one there to load up a lorry. And I was like, I just need to be able to, if I need to be able to do it, I want to do it. And that's how I learned. Yeah. Some would maybe away from the ticket scheme at first because the lorry needed to be loaded and there was no one there. But it was the only way
Many of us still do. Yeah. You look down the experienced worker test route, and there'll be a lot of testers who probably look at this now and I'm totally with them. EWTs, as we call them. Should they be allowed? I don't know. Should be an element of training, I suppose, even if it's just half a day, just to see at what level they're at. So many guys start off with no licence whatsoever or no sort of accrediting body attached to their plant card, as it were. Yeah. They sort of just get on with it and sort of get it done. Yeah. And then go down the accrediting body route afterwards, which is why you tend to have these EWT routes. Yeah. So
EWT stand for?
Experienced worker test.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So you got them on pretty much both schemes, really.
A bit like the old boys' rights, old grandfather rights in a way.
In a nutshell, yeah. Because if someone's already sort of got experience, I mean, I've tested guys over the years who have been driving plant for many, many years, and I'm just like, oh, God, why are you in front of me? Yeah. Just why? It's just like, you've just gone so many years of winging it, not having tickets or doing private work where you've not needed a ticket, and now all of a sudden your work's dried up and you've got to go and, I need the ticket because I've got some work lined up and I need the ticket for that. And that can be quite frustrating sometimes as a tester. But, you've got to go down that process. You've got to make sure that, so whenever someone phones me up and they go, look, I just want test only. Okay, I'm asking you loads of questions now. I want to know, what have you done with the machine? What size machines have you drove? What sort of ground have you worked with? Someone who's just loaded dumpers, day in, day out, and just sort of worked off stockpiles. Would I class them as an experienced worker? Probably not, because you put them digging a foot in, their head's going to fall off. Yep. Because they're not going to understand. Yeah, they probably can pull a straight trench. Yeah. It's when they start pulling corners, but then you've got the method in how you dig the foot in. Yep. Because worst case scenarios when you're digging a footing is you end up trapping yourself. Yep. And you're like, shit, where do I go from there?
100%. I know, exactly that. There is an art to it, because I've done it before, especially like you say, digging footing, especially if there's a building or an extension or something, isn't it? And so if you think just put it down there, put it down there, put it down, but now you're going to be stuck over a machine and a fucking massive hole you've just dug, isn't it?
Oh, I've got myself into some shitty situations.
Worst case of my one was my own back garden. Was it? Yeah, fucking right mess. Yeah, shit was going over. It was only a little machine, so the tracks was going middle of fucking December. Merry fucking Christmas.
So we're accredited under two schemes. We're accredited under the NOCN CPCS scheme. Yep. And National Plant Operator Registration Scheme, I should say. Yep. Which is now commonly known as NPORS. Yep. So I'm a training provider for NPORS. My year to year is pretty much 50-50 across the two schemes.
Okay.
I've worked for some brilliant people in training.
Yeah.
And I've worked for some absolute dog shit as well.
Yeah.
Some that I just won't even entertain picking the phone up to anymore because they just ain't worth my time.
It's funny, isn't it? Once you learn, you know yourself, and you back yourself, you go.
Yeah.
Well, years ago, but when you're making your marker space, you pick every phone call up. Yeah.
Of course you do. Yeah. Well, you have to. You have to,
100%.
Yeah, you have to.
And then you rush. What's that one in the future?
I had a guy phone me up. Oh God, I did one of his. I think it was his dumper and roller NVQ. I'm going back years. And I was literally in the first few months of trading on my own, and he phoned me up. He says, You did my NVQ on the dumper roller last year. And I said, yeah, that's right. And he'd only got dumper roller.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I need to do my digger.
Yeah.
I said, all right. I said, when did you pass? He said, I've got 9 categories now on blue. I said, since when? I said, you only had 2 categories when I come and done that NVQ with you, and that was your dumper and your roller. And he said, yeah. He says, I've paid out loads of money into it. I've done all the training. I've done this. I said, and you've got your NVQ already, so that's already on blue.
Yeah.
Where's the 6 month per machine minimum of operational experience? Well, you know how it goes, Gavin. I was like, no, I don't. It just sounds to me like you've just gone a bit blue card frenzy and just want to sort of batter this sort of, well, if I've got them on blue, I'm going to get the job.
Yeah.
But you're going to get thrown off the job because you can't operate the machinery, nor can you probably operate it safely. And that's the problem you see with the schemes at the minute. And there's a lot of testers out there who will agree with that. Yeah, sound. Look at that.
Yeah. It's all brown. It's got a little
Construction sport water.
mental health hydrated.
Hey, look at that. Look at that. Mental health hydrated. Look at that.
How the other half live? It's from the finest springs. Essex Springs.
So we with the accrediting bodies, we get a lot of stickers testers, especially on social media. And this lad in particular phoned me up. He says, I want you to do my digger. I said, well, when did you pass? This was on a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
He went, Friday. I said, call me in 12 months.
Yep.
I said, okay. 2 days later, saw a post from the same kid. Yeah, such and such is coming to do my NVQ for the digger. I recommend you use this fella because he's coming out next week. He's going to be doing mine. I've done all my other ones with him as well. I'm thinking, God, you've just got like 9 categories on a blue card in less than a year. I was like, how the fuck have you done that? And that's the problem, you see, because there's no one actually policing it.
No, it's not licensed, is it? I suppose in a way.
No. Well, you don't. Everyone says, "Oh, well, you got to have the card before you can have the NVQ." No, you can have an NVQ at any point in your career.
Mm-hmm.
Some companies will put their guys through an NVQ because it is a formal qualification rather than an actual plant card.
Yeah.
So I swallowed my pride that day and I said, "Look, mate, call me in 12 months. Go and get some time on a machine." I said, "And if you ain't got no time on a machine, just don't phone me." I said, "I can't put myself in that particular."
Yeah, it's your job on the line.
And I'm not prepared to do that. You know, I've got mouths to feed. I've got children to look after, and you've got to be careful what we are doing. And like I say, we get so much stick and flack.
Well, you sign that off. He goes out, does something, kills someone.
Yeah,
they'll soon look at where does this guy get his ticket from.
well, absolutely, yeah.
And I'm sure there is horror stories out there of that, isn't there?
Oh God, yeah. There's what you call it. There's always a paper trail, isn't there?
Yeah.
Even if it's just an email, there's always a way of means.
Yeah, who signed this guy off? Oh, yeah, so he's... Yeah, but do you think it should be more licence-based? Well, I spoke with someone recently about it. Can't remember who I spoke to. A couple of people recently about it, of having, just like they do in Ireland, because it's actually a licence in Ireland, isn't it? I think machine licence.
There's a few.
Is there?
Yeah. So Solus is one of the main ones. So Solus can be transferred to CPCS. It's part of the same sort of awarding group.
Is it? Yeah.
So Solus can be transferred and CPCS can be transferred to Solus, as well as NPQC, which is more of a quarry and mine sort of, quarry passport sort of route. So there is routes around to get converted across, but then you tend to find there's restrictions in place.
Mm-hmm.
What I love about NPORS as a scheme is if I see someone doing a particular job and, they're only on a certain size machine, or that, look, I'm only going to be loading dumpers. You have the capacity on the bottom of the paperwork to limit what they can actually do with that card.
Okay, yeah.
So if they do something that's out of their range of, what they've been accredited to do, that's on them then.
Yep.
They can't come back to the accrediting body and say, well, look, you've got this card here. One of your instructors has signed him off. Mm. And I do it all the time on restricting tickets is the right way to go. Because
I suppose it's driving licence, isn't it? It's restricting me from going to drive a lorry without
separate.
Yeah. So if I go and drive, it's on my head, be it sort of thing.
Absolutely, yeah. So there is positives to it, but then you do see some ridiculous restrictions.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, point blank, some real ridiculous ones. But you've got to be sensible. You've got to keep your head sort of on a level sort of playing field when you are sort of accepting the work on. Yeah. You've got to ask the right questions for starters before then you even get into that process of either a course or a test only.
Yeah. Did it come with, and I think last time I was properly on site, full time, some big machinery, Thames Water job, it was going down the point of your lifting attachments as well. That's a separate ticket when it's for liftings. Cause lifting ups basically. Yeah, you're effectively operating as a crane driver technically. You're lifting operations in a way.
You're using the machine in a fashion as that is a actual crane.
Yeah. So that makes sense, doesn't it?
I do a lot of lifting ups. Hell of a lot of lifting ups, especially up at the Skills Hub in Birmingham. Yeah. I do a lot of lifting ups for them.
Because Crossrail actually part of it, and I was always between. I would still be a ground worker today if it literally was, if I wasn't capped at the restriction of the money, wasn't kind of capped at what you can do and can't do, and then with the form, because I still would love it now. We'd be working myself, one other lad, and a machine driver. That was my 3-man gang. Yeah, and so we always knew, keep hold of the fucking drop chain. Don't lend it to no one.
It's gone.
I've still got one. I've still got my own one. I've got to go get tested actually, get it redone because we kept it in lovely condition. But yeah, someone came across, bro, you dropped it. No, fuck off. There's no drop. They were rare. Yeah, lifting eyes, anything, and it's just gone. I
used to be the same with my plant keys. I had my own little bunch. Yeah. God, you'd be surprised how much shit that gets you out of. Yeah. Just having a small bunch of keys. A lot of companies don't like it. They'll say, no, you use ours and then you return it at the end of the day. So there's like a bit of a process in place, which is brilliant, Yep.
Until they sack someone off and he goes home with that key. And
then you... Have you got that key, mate? Nah, sorry. Gobshite walked off with it. Yeah. And that's the issue with keys. I was with a guy the other week. He got 400 keys. Fuck. And he got them on a massive loop. And I took a photo of it. I did send it to the guys up at Flannery a while back. This bunches literally was all wrapped around his arms and his neck. Honestly, it was like Jacob Marley in the chains. But how much did you spend on them?
Stick a magnet next to him.
£400. Yeah. What's the point?
Yeah.
Everything was duplicate. I was like, oh, you idiot.
Yeah.
So, well, you never know. It's going to get me out of trouble. I thought, fair enough. Yeah.
You'll be laughing one day. You'll call him up. I need help. Yeah. But like you say, that's like the Abbas key that he always said on the railway. Any different areas, different gates. Yeah, you know what the key?
Yeah.
I've got a couple of bags of keys. Not a little bundle, zip up bags like this, stacked up with them. And I wouldn't be able to tell you what's what now. But if I went back and see Network Rail lads tomorrow, they would go, that's that. Yeah, the probably says worth a fortune, that bag.
Yeah.
Get you out of trouble.
Absolutely, yeah.
So the NPORS tickets are quicker. There's less to it, isn't there, as a trained operator, is it? Or
no.
Yeah, educate me on the two, because I always get mixed up.
So it depends on your view.
Yeah, because we've had it between sites. Have you got the NPORS? Have you got CP? Everyone takes ECP. Everyone takes, to me, everyone takes CPCS. Yeah. But the NPORS, most sites do. But it's increasing the amount of sites that are taking
a lot more now.
I suppose that's with demand. Drivers are needed, I suppose, isn't
it? They've put a lot of work into it the last few years, NPORS have. Going from the point of, not being massively accepted to, fairly widely accepted. The problem, as with any card scheme, is you're relying on the people signing the paperwork to do things the right way. Yep. Not just sort of, signing someone off just for the sheer sake of signing them off. Digger, for instance, a couple of years back, CPCS was 5 days. They deregulated training. Mm-hmm. They still wanted you to do the full set of training, but it wasn't a regulated thing. So, like your EQAs, your quality assurance guys, they couldn't come out and monitor the training. Yeah. Now with all these new CITB standards, they can come out and sort of quality assure the training. And I've been quality assured on training up at Monks training up at Leyland there when I was doing a bit. Mm-hmm. We got to the point where the guy was a tarmacker.
Yeah.
Because he got no actual formal background of training. They booked training with him. And the EQA come in and he said, God, this guy's good, isn't he? And I said, yeah. So we've roughed all the stone up. And I just, look, you know what I want you to do? We've gone through the training. I was like, just go get on with it.
Yeah.
God, it was mint. There was not a line in the stone at all. He got it absolutely spot on. And the EQA was like, God, it's nice to see that is.
Yeah.
Because when you get a decent roller driver,
yeah,
God, the tarmackers love them.
Yeah, we had, and exactly that. We had, I completely forgot about that story. I just brought my memory back. We had a temporary car park. So it's temporary. It was there for 5 years on Crossrail. I was working for Costains. And they said, Steve, we've got temporary offices going in. We need to get out. We need to put offices going in. We need a car park down the weekend. Can you come in and oversee the gang? So because it was Costains supply chain through their subbies as well, a load of road servicing guys come in, and we hadn't seen road services guys on that project at the time.
Yeah.
And they've come in, and then one of the health and safety team said, I'll nick a Saturday shift, I'll come and do the induction for them because they've not been in before. The roller driver had NPORS, not CPCS. And she went, you can't do it. And they went, what? And they said, we can't have you roll that because you're NPORS, not CPCS. And it was like, well, what are they going to do? They said, the lorries are coming in now. Tarmac is coming in. We need him. No one else here has got a CPCS. And I actually got in touch with health and safety manager, health and safety director. They went top chiefs, come back. We can't do it because as soon as we say do it, we've undermined everyone else's job role. We've got to stick to the guns. The supply chain knows this. They should have knew. They should have brought someone in. This is on them, their head, be it.
You can understand that.
Can't you?
Yeah,
I was like, okay, well, that's great.
I'd
but
be
we're
annoyed
in the
if someone
shit.
undermined me.
Yeah, and at the same time, I was like, well, yeah, the logic of it, is there a way we can penalise them later, whatever you need to do, but can we just do something here?
Yeah.
But they wouldn't have it, and I can kind of see why. Anyway, we had to ring up a labour agency who then sent out a CPCS dumper driver, roller driver. 3 hours later, tarmac's going cold. It goes in, and that dumper roller driver was good for backfilling trenches and rolling them in, sort of thing. He wasn't a tarmac roller driver, and he ended up having, kind of off the record, I suppose, because the guys weren't there. The actual NPORS driver had to walk alongside the actual driver and just be like, "Look, this now go do this," and he butchered it all. It was like fucking. And our little lakes in that the day after where it all went wrong. But you can see, the tarmac roller drivers are the creme de la creme, aren't they?
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, you want a decent finish. They're the guys you want.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it's a finishing trade, isn't it? Yeah, I suppose.
Well, that's what it is, yeah. You are the finish. You look at
Yeah.
everything we do in groundwork. It's predominantly buried.
Yeah.
You know, by your flagstones and your paving or your tarmac.
Tear your arse apart and always don't do it properly on a roller. You can
Oh,
hurt yourself.
God, yeah.
You can really fucking hurt yourself.
Oh, God, yeah. You don't stay there very long.
My stomach muscles out there strong anyway. But different quarter bash. I'm like, I can do me in here. Yeah.
The with the finishing guys, it's got to be right, obviously because of water. The water's got to be able to flow away properly. It's got to look right. It's it's got to be the finish article. I think going back to that one what you was talking about a moment ago, really, what should have happened there was an assessment.
Yeah, this is it.
A bog standard assessment. Look, we deem this guy competent. We've watched him.
Yeah.
We've seen his ability. He's able to check the machine over. He can demonstrate it. He's shown us how to do it. Should the name on the card scheme really make a difference? If someone's good, they're good.
Yeah.
If they're crap, they're crap.
And
you're going to get that across all the schemes.
Yeah.
And that's a shame, really, because then you could effectively be penalising somebody who has got that capacity to be really, really good. Mm. And it can be very demoralising as well. I had a guy phone me up. He did his bulldozer with me. He'd been driving them for a couple of years. And then he phoned me up. He says, I'm thinking of converting across to the other scheme. And I said, why? He said, well, that's more recognised. And I said, have you been refused work? He went, no, never. So why do you want to go and spend £600-700 converting across to another bloody scheme for a dozer?
Yeah.
I said, come on. I said, you've got mouths to feed. I said, you've got little kids sat at home. I said, that £500-700 can, go towards an holiday or something like that. Christmas, whatever.
Yep.
It pays for something.
Yep.
And all you're prepared to do is just go and hemorrhage that money. I said, when the time is right, do it.
Yeah.
But if you're not getting reviews, what's the point?
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of went, "I'll see your point.
Yeah.
I'll stay as I am," and that's what he did. So, and
Well,
then about a year and a half later, I went out, did his NVQ. I point blank refused to do it too soon. I said, "Look, go and get yourself some time in a machine." And I did that over about 3 visits. I went out on the first one, did all the paperwork, got all that boxed off. And then every time I was sort of passing, I'd just go onto sites and just go and get a little bit more evidence each time. Like, it took me ages to do the NVQ. And I probably did it the total complete wrong way in terms of profitability. But in terms of a moral stance, it was the right way to do it because you were including multiple visits. And obviously all the video evidence is all time logged and date logged and everything. So, it evidences. And that's the point with the MVQ process is evidence. You've got to be able to prove that person is what they say they are.
Yeah.
And that's my job as the assessor is to draw that information and collate it into a folder alongside with your witness statements and categories of plant that they hold and what other items of plant they've got. It's quite in depth. There's a lot. There's a lot to know and understand about it. And like I say, we get slagged off so badly, especially on social media.
It's a mad world. You get this though. We've really seen it. A lot of trades. There becomes this little area that you have in the machine operating areas, and then we've seen it. Look at the bricklaying world at the moment. Like Super Trowel, incredible show. Done some huge work, but set up this massive show last 3 years. It's brilliant what they've got to. And then this year there's been a disagreement at the top level between the guy who thought he should have won it, the guy who won it come over from America. They've clashed, didn't agree with it, and there's just the police are involved now.
Oh wow!
Because there's been people have been slagging people off to a certain level. People ringing up manufacturers and there's some of the companies that come and sponsor the event. Someone's pretending to be from the Super Trail team, ringing up them people and just causing absolute trouble, basically. But yeah, an article come online, and then you see it across it. Oh, look, on the tools, they just had a fantastic Christmas event last week, but last year something went wrong then, and people turn on it so bad.
Yeah.
It gets fucking nasty so quick. I don't think people realise there's individual people here, not big corporate companies, and people literally are working to put food on the table.
We see it on your Facebook and Instagram's probably some of the two worst places really for for sort of slander, if anything, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
We're only human.
Yeah.
Every single one of us is going to make a mistake. Even us as instructors, we're all going to make mistakes.
Yep.
There's no denying that. And whoever says that they won't make a mistake, he's a barefaced liar. They will make a mistake.
Yeah.
Whether it just be a sort of lapse of concentration or what have you. That video goes online. Yep. Jesus Christ, you watch it go.
Yeah.
Absolute rocket through on the views.
Mm-hmm. It goes better. The bad stuff. Yeah.
We thrive off negativity.
Yeah.
And I just like, where's this come from?
Yeah.
And it is that social media sort of...
the bricklayers saying if you want to get a big audience in the bricklaying, just first show a few videos of you cocking up or doing something stupid. And they'll be like, I know, the wall ties, they'll be like, literally, I saw one masticing it to the steel behind, mastic the wall tie to the steel, then tie the brickwork in with that. And it was just like, but they rocketed because everyone, everyone's a hammer it. And just people just fishing for it. So, yeah, I suppose play the game to a certain degree, but yeah, back in it's not good for the bigger picture, is it?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah, especially if machines going wrong, I suppose. I don't want it, the damage that can be done very, very easily, very, very quickly.
It can escalate quick. That's a fact.
Again, there's two instances. I can say I want to do a I've done the NPORS of the years. I haven't got the NVQ sorted out yet. I haven't got the hologram on the card. I think I'm nearly there. I just haven't been on site for a while. But we had a group of lads, our team, down in Balfour Beatties for a job, sea defence job, in Essex, Canvey Island. We're there for 2.5 years, 3 years. We come away from there, and then the company we're working with through there said, "Boys, can you come down to Colchester way? Big job for BAM." BAM wouldn't have us on there because it was NPORS, not CPCS. And we only needed to be there for 6 weeks. Yeah. And they said, "Well, can you go and get your CPCS and come back so we can use you?" And we went, "Well, no, because we only need it for 5-6 weeks. And by the time we pay out to get it, it's just not worth it." Because the jobs we're going on after are absolutely, it's back to Balfours again. So, yeah. Are you seeing more people open up to the NPORS side now? Are they having to be because there's such a demand for drivers?
Yeah. So, with the NPORS, you've still got to go into the touchscreen test. If there's two routes with NPORS.
Yeah.
You've got the CITB route, which is the CS embossed logo card. you got to do your touchscreen test for that. It's got to be within 2 years.
Yep.
Even if you're just doing a test, it's still got to be with, because people phone me all the time. Gav, my CSCS card's in date. Okay, your CSCS card is in date, but your touchscreen's gone over by, say, a day or two. You've got to go and sit that before it can be added onto the card. And it can get so frustrating. It can cause so many arguments because people just think, no, because that CSCS card is in date, which is valid for 5 years. They don't realise to add a category or to do a test or, to do an NVQ and then sort of claim that blue card, that's still got to be within that 2 year time frame. And but now I've got to go and spend money on that. I'm like, well, once
it's your career.
It's your career at the end of the day.
You've got to invest in yourself.
You go to university, archaeologists, £300 to £400 a week at the most. It's not, they don't earn massive amounts of money.
Yeah.
And we when we were on HS2 many years ago, we were working with these archaeologists and they were getting so pissed off because they'll have a machine driver literally just sitting there, boots off on his break time, feet hanging out the window, just sitting on his backside, smoking bloody fags and drinking coffee. And then you try and say, oh, look, can you dig that? Can you dig it like this? Because this is how we need to dig it to try and preserve what's going on in there. Oh, no, what I'm doing and all this. And these archaeologists get really, really pissed off with it. So like, I might as well just go and do the ticket myself. And then they realise, hang on a minute, I can go and earn some decent money here. I've just gone and spent 30, 40 grand at university. I could have gone and done 1,500, 2 grand on a course and go and earn more money than what I'm getting doing that. We're lucky in construction because we have such capacity to earn a decent living through not so much sort of investment, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Low
barriers to entry sort of thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, you go and stick 5-6 grand into a load of licenses and go and carry on driving on different variation of plant. You've got that capacity to go and earn a really, really good living.
All over the world.
All over the world. Yeah, all over the world. The scope is there. I mean, I know lads who, when I was at PlantWorx, we had guys that buggered off over to Australia.
Will cards be recognised over there?
They have to do sort of a conversion across. Yep. Don't ask me the names of the schemes. I couldn't tell you. I did start looking into it a while back because I did start scratching my head thinking, I wouldn't mind having a bit of a nosy at that. Now I've got 3 kids with my wife. It's not really not really going to be something that's
back in the pipe dream.
Yeah, leave it where it is. Like, but I think for me, eventually, I think it'll be Spain for me. Yeah, that's probably where I'll go. Excuse me.
Go for it.
Yeah.
And then so CPCS goes red and then blue, does it?
Yeah, so both card schemes, so both of them are embossed by CITB. So you've got the NPORS, which is a traditional card. Yeah. Just NPORS on the card, whatever categories you've got on the back. Then you've got the health and safety environment test, which is what allows you to have the CSCS embossed logo. CPCS, it's a mandatory requirement. You've got to have that no matter what. Yep. Although CPCS have brought out what they call a skilled operator card, which doesn't require a touchscreen test. Okay. Very similar to their opposite scheme. They probably won't want to admit that, but it is. Then you've got the NPORS with the CSCS embossed logo. That gives you a trained operator card, which is effectively your red card. You've then got 2 years to go and achieve that NVQ on said card, and then get that converted across then to a 5-year card. That then gives you the competent blue card. I say competent. Not necessarily, I would always say that's probably factual. Yeah. Same as CPCS, really. There's flaws in all of it. There's people out there who are just sort of flogging MVQs like it's...
You see it pop up on Instagram.
Yeah.
Literally bump. I try and push them all on social media. So, do you realise this is coming? Drop it into their inbox. Do you realise what's going on? Yeah.
Yeah. Tend to find a lot of what we do tends to be a lot of sort of word of mouth. Yeah. I've really scaled back on MVQs because people go, oh, why are you charging this much? I'm like, well, look, by the time I've gone and done several visits, I printed the paperwork off, I've registered it, got the cert claimed. Yep. When you've eventually got through it. And there's MVQ assessors out there, oh, I'll have you boxed off in a couple of days. Yep. Mate, I'm spending weeks and weeks and weeks on mine. Yeah. And, I can prove that. Yeah. My NVQs can take me months to do.
Yep.
Because I ain't rushing them.
Yep.
They're done when they're done, and that's it. You know. And I've got no fear in turning around and saying to someone, "Look, you just ain't quite ready yet."
Yep.
It's not a fail. You can't fail an NVQ, but you're either ready or you're not.
Yep.
And that's a lot of the instructors out there need to sort of, or should I say, assessors, not necessarily instructors. There's a difference. A lot of the assessors out there, and there's a lot of them, are just basically obtaining some form of card scheme, and that sort of entitles them then to go and have that added onto the CV and able to go and assess in it. Haven't actually got any operational experience in it.
Yep.
We're lucky really because we started off right at the bottom, you know, pipe laying, putting pipes in the ground, digging away, and I'm fortunate enough that, you know, I've come from that sort of background, and dare I say it, my brother-in-law was the biggest bastard I've ever worked for in my life. But I tell you what, I wouldn't be where I am without him. He's, you know, and he really has. He's done as well, really. He really has, yeah.
Like you say, the deep drainage stuff is a whole new level as well, isn't it? Safety.
Well, we didn't tend to do too much deep drainage. It was more like water pipes into schools and stuff like that, and, you know, the odd gas main when it had blown. Winter time was great for us because you always knew when the school boilers packed up, oh, well, we need a new water pipe coming, new water feed coming into site, and we'd be there like digging away with that little micro digger.
Yeah, the frost is kicking in.
Yeah. And then the school canteen would be there. Go, do you want some dinner, lads? Because we've cooked it for the kids, and the kids ate it. We're like,
yep.
I'm up for a bit of
turkey twizzlers,
custard on sprinkled sponge cake. So yeah, oh, it was quality.
Yeah,
we've been lucky really in that sense. But you know, we didn't have licences then. My brother-in-law did. He was CPCS. Remember seeing his cards many years ago, and I looked at him thinking, "What's that?"
And the CPCS one now, if say for an semi-experienced driver like myself, but still not a professional driver by any capacity, if I was to do a CPCS one, is it a 2-week job still to do that, or is it reduced? Do you do it as an experienced?
Be careful what I say here.
Yeah.
I'm going to get shot.
I'm thinking now, because I'm going to do it, I'm going to get it done, literally, I think.
So,
yeah. How much time do I have to take out the office?
Many training companies across the UK that'll do it within the week.
Yep.
Disagree with it.
Okay.
Point blank, I don't like it at all. There's many up there who are doing the full 10-day course. I'm going to shout them out because I think what they're doing is brilliant.
Yeah.
Wasn't particularly a big fan in the first instance, and they have really, really, really exceptionally grown on me. And they're great people, great instructors. The knowledge that they're passing on to people is phenomenal. That's the Skills Hub in Birmingham.
Yep.
They've got one in Ivor.
Yep.
They've got one up at Kirklees, and I think they've got scope to try and push it elsewhere as well. Aaron Davis.
Yeah.
We spoke about him off camera.
100%. Yes,
guy's a legend.
He goes on the guys. He's kind of know if he's on the phone there, isn't he? He's a big player in the game now as well, isn't he? Really,
he's so well known.
Yeah,
he's so well known.
Physically a big man, and he's so tall. Last week, yeah,
he's a mountain. Isn't
yeah, for sure.
He is. He's
the Balfour Beat is still part of this. Obviously, Flannery's got it there. The Balfour Beat, you still behind it as well?
It's a joint venture between the two of them.
Yeah,
between Flannery and Balfour Beat.
Linked to HS2, isn't it?
It's all sort of interlinked, in some way or another. But obviously, that's funded.
Yeah,
and they're doing diggers over a 10-day period.
Yep.
Bulldozers 10 days. Telehandler 10 days. Tractor 10 days.
Yep.
Necessarily, does it need it? Some of the candidates, yes, 100%.
Yep.
Some of them, not so much. With the likes of the 5-day course and why I'm against it, and I'll quickly explain that. So on a Monday, we're going to rock up. So you're my candidate. I'm going to start covering theory with you. Some instructors are mad on the old PowerPoints. I hate them. Yep. I think they're boring. I think they're mundane. I think people switch off from them. I'd rather get a whiteboard.
Death by PowerPoint. Yeah.
Oh, I hate it, man. I'd rather get a whiteboard do some doodles and explain things in depth to the candidates. And I find doing it that way, the candidate, do you know what? Actually, that makes a lot of sense. And most candidates that I do deal with, there isn't many that kind of say, no, I like a PowerPoint. In fact, I don't think I've ever had anyone tell me they like a PowerPoint. I hate them. They've got the place. I'd rather just doodle and explain stuff in depth to a candidate. I love jumping in a machine when I'm doing the course. I had some guys the other week, and I kept kicking them out the machine. Like, out you go, let me show you. This is how I want you to do it.
Yeah.
And there's some instructors up at the Skills Hub who are very much the same. Look, this is how you've got to do it. And, got my mate Eamon up at the Skills Hub there. He's quite particular. Like, he wants it done right. And if you ain't ready on test day, you ain't ready on test day, and that's it. There's no, whether you've been there 10 days or 20 days, if you ain't ready, you ain't ready.
Yep.
5-day course, back to that. I keep scooting off. First day, we're going to go through the theory. Sort of, you can have your lunch then, sort of mid to late afternoon. We might go and cover a little bit of pre-operational checks.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're going to cover your functional checks, which is obviously your lights, your horn. Does it track? Does it steer? Does it salute? Does the arm work as it should do? And then we're going to go into day 2. So day 2, this is the first time you're actually properly getting your hands on the controls properly. Yep. You've got to learn to dig on CPCS a 15-metre slot with a square box at the end.
Mm-hmm.
3 buckets wide, 1.5 metres across, 1.5 metres deep. So obviously the box comes along, the trench comes along and then steps down another 0.5 metre to form a base for a manhole ringer, effectively. They will then have day 2, learning to drive it. Day 3, practicing the same thing again. Day 4, practicing the same thing again. Day 5, theory test. Afternoon, test. So really, you're only getting sort of 3.5 days maximum of actual practical training.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with the 5-day course. And that's why a lot of people are, unless they've actually got prior experience, I've drove mini diggers before, or then it can work in some respects, but it doesn't always work.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tar everybody with the same brush.
No.
Not everyone's got the same skill set. 9th day on the digger course, even up the hub, you speak to the candidates, how are you getting on, mate? And, well, do you know what? I'm a bit worried. Yeah. And I go, really? You go have a chat with you. How's he getting on? Do you know what? He's not actually doing too bad. Or, no hope.
Yeah.
They'll tell you direct. Yeah. To us as instructors.
So as you can always get them people who just can't get it. Yeah.
I've had many of them. I've had many of them, even after tests, and we shouldn't really have these conversations with candidates, but sometimes you've just got to be direct and frank with some people because they need it, and just say, look, is this really for you? Yeah. Perhaps you should have gone down this route. Yep. Could have done an ADT instead of jumping in for a digger. Now, the Skills Hub, unless you've got CPCS categories of any description, they won't put you on the list for the digger. Yeah. They're quite firm on it. Yep. Same with the bulldozer. If you haven't got digger, they tend not to put you on the dozer. Mm-hmm. How are you supposed to learn levels and for sure. And that's the thing with these courses, really. But I mean, what they do up there is absolutely brilliant. They've got some good guys down at Ivor as well. Well, the Skills Hub's doing well, but you see a lot of youngsters coming through. Is this something we obviously not just youngsters, or people? Yeah, it's just about anyone women, that's come through. There's women coming through. There's young lads coming through. There's mature guys coming through. There's guys who have had one particular scheme and they want to convert across to this because they feel that there's a benefit there. And at the end of it, the last day is quality at the hub. I love the graduation day. Yeah. Because these guys have just been absolutely drilled for bloody 2 weeks solid. And you always do get the odd one who just doesn't put the effort in. Yeah. And they get sort of halfway through the second week and go, look, I just don't want to carry on. Yeah, really. And they'll come up with an excuse. Mm-hmm. And, it's just bullshit. Yeah. But you've got to go through the process. But what them guys do up there is absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Really the industry needs not so much... the skill hub there. Like to see CBs need to pump this more into around the country, really, these stations, these skills hub places. I think it'd do it good. Yeah. Really do, yeah. So how many drivers do we need now? It's for forever saying, didn't they? Yeah. Yeah. I'm a big thing about, I was always a bit conscious about people coming into the industry without, almost, you've got to go and do a year of groundworks or something just to understand the industry instead of coming so green, jump on a machine for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And that's the thing. And I always thought we should be working around these machines first. Well, I had a guy who became a tester. Great lad. He was on my tester course when I did mine. His thing was telehandlers, lifting. Mm-hmm. Never done any digging. Yeah. And he was on about doing his advanced to get the digger added. And I just looked at him and was like, look, mate, you are platting piss. You have got no chance. You know, you need to really think about what you're going to do.
Yeah.
He said, well, how am I going to get good on a machine? Go and do a course.
Yeah.
Go and do a course.
Yeah.
Go and learn to drive it. And he's still doing that to this day.
Is it? Yeah.
Rather than the testing. He's still off now driving a machine. Do you know what? I actually loved it.
Yeah.
He said it was the best bit of advice I've ever been given.
Yeah, well, does he say you can't teach someone, test someone, something you don't know yourself? Sure.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, exactly that. And I failed a good few over that as well, especially instructors.
Yeah. Superb. Oh, fair play. But so the mental health of this side, then we met the other week and obviously started speaking about it and the pressure of this industry and what it can do to people. You know, you had a tough year this year and the past few years
it's been
come to light with it.
Yeah, it's a few things come to fruition this year, which is predominantly why I asked to sort of meet up with you and we had a coffee, didn't we? And up at PlantWorx.
Yeah, much appreciated. Free coffee as well, that was standing.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was good.
Courtesy of Rototil.
Yeah, this segment is sponsored by. Yeah.
So a few months back, I started, let's go back to 2024, January 2024. I had a couple of mates had heart attacks in the previous year to it. One of them's in his 50s. Great bloke. Brilliant machine driver. And I was sitting around 17 stone in weight. So I was sitting quite heavy.
Yep.
And I had horrific sleep apnea to the point where it was like mask wearing time. Snoring like an absolute animal every night.
Really, yeah.
My poor missus. Acid reflux. I had all that. You know, and it was just constant indigestion. So every time I ate something, it suppressed my indigestion.
Mm-hmm.
So I then decided I need to do something here because I've had 3 mates in total. One of them's now dead who have had heart attacks. So let's do something now. So I decided I needed to make a total, complete change to my life and my lifestyle. So I did. Went flat out in the gym, walking every day, making sure I was smashing in my steps, calorie counting and all that stuff like that. But not just calorie counting, but sometimes I might go a little bit more over my calories, but because I'm going with stuff that's more nutritional dense, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, the quality of what I'm eating is better.
Yep.
No Indian, no Chinese, no sort of takeaway food, McDonald's, other than the rare occasion.
Yep.
A lot of it was just absolutely destroying my stomach inside anyway. So I got listening to a podcast, listening to one of these guys talking about turmeric, turmeric black pepper tablets. So I start smashing turmeric and black pepper tablets down my neck. And then I start realising I'm having the omeprazole for my acid reflux, most widely prescribed drug in the country.
Is it really? Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Wow. Yeah. And what omeprazole does, it suppresses your acid production.
Okay.
In the gut.
Yeah.
Everything in your body is treatable through your gut in some way or another.
Yep.
You look at, we take pain relief. Where does it go? Straight into the mouth.
Yeah.
So I then started realising I can actually make some serious changes here to my body. So I started going down the route where I was getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I was in the gym by 4:30, leaving the gym at 6 o'clock, go home, get showered, get everything ready, and go to work.
Yep.
And I stayed so strict on it. I wouldn't come off that process for anything. I was really, really firm on it. I was even like flying out over to Mallorca on holiday with the family. I was getting up. They're all still snoring their heads off. I'm walking around Santa Ponza, hoping to bump into Jurgen Klopp. And just literally smashing like 27,000 steps in a day. Just, I've got to stay on this path. I've got to keep going.
Yeah.
And
shredding weight then, I suppose.
I got down to 13.5. I started looking in the mirror the one day thinking, God, I've lost quite a lot of weight here. Like, couldn't see it at first. Then I started looking at the photos.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, that's a lot of weight to lose,
Yeah.
I'm half the person I was.
Yeah, as I say,
it's a hell of a lot to lose. And acid reflux, I started reducing my omeprazole down. So I was having it like every other day. And I wasn't getting no sort of repercussions of that. So then I started going, okay, I'm going to go 2 days and then have it on the 3rd day. And that's what I did. To the point where I was going sort of 4 days and then having 1.
Yep.
Just to sort of blend my body away from it. Because I was getting told by so many people, look, you need to get off that.
Yep.
You know, there's so many negatives to taking this drug. So I went down, obviously, the turmeric, because turmeric is the most unrecognised herbal drug on the market.
Yeah.
You know, and it's in diet and everything, you know, and it is natural omeprazole. So I carried on taking this turmeric, and then I was looking for better options and researching better options. Got to the point where I went back to my doctor and gone, look, I'm taking this omeprazole, as you know. I don't know whether you noticed, but I haven't been coming in and having it as often as I perhaps should have done because I've reduced my intake down.
Yeah.
I want to reduce the dose down. Well, you'll have to come and have an appointment. So I went and had an appointment. I had to wait 4 weeks for that. Sat there. They dropped me right down to the very lowest dose of 10 micrograms. Started taking that every day. And then over a period of a couple of months, dropped it down to every other. To the point now, I haven't had it now for nearly 2 months.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just taking the turmeric every day.
Yeah.
So I've eased my body away from it, and I'm controlling diet.
Yep.
The most important thing. Now, you look at predominantly most machine drivers.
I was going to say, the stereotypical is that 17.5 stone. The
plus,
big lads.
Yeah. Plus.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be that person. I didn't want to be the guy just sitting in there like, you know, a ticking time bomb for an heart attack or a stroke. And I've seen many people come and go in this industry who are there 1 minute and they're gone the next.
Yeah.
Not because they're gone, because they've left the industry, because they're no longer on the face of the earth.
Yeah.
And that's a worry for me. That worries the life out of me. And I'm thinking, I've got, you know, I just had my little boy in 2022. And I thought, I don't want to leave my children. And this is highly likely, if I carry on the way I'm going, it's highly likely that's going to be. So,
what's the effect? I can just think in my head, everyone's digging himself an early grave. Pardon the pun. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely, yeah. And this all rolls into the main discussion of testosterone in a moment as well.
Yeah.
So I then started controlling what I was doing with my body. I was exercising, losing weight. I'm thinking, God, where's my muscle mass going? I should be really like starting to puff out now, and I'm, you know, there's nothing there. What's going on?
Yeah.
And then over a period of months, started feeling really, really like, geez, it's like someone's hit the emergency stop button in my head.
Yeah.
Didn't understand it. Never experienced anything like it in my life. Had a few outbursts. I was up at the skills hub a few months back, and got my paperwork, put the paperwork down, and I fucking had enough. And they're looking at me and go, what do you mean you've had enough? I go, I'm going to go back on a machine. Can't do this anymore. And they're like, well, what's up here? I'm like, I just don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be an instructor anymore. I'm going to go and get a job back on a machine. I'm going to totally leave this industry. I can't keep putting up this paperwork. But that wasn't the truth. And that was the worrying factor. That wasn't the truth. That was an outburst. That was me venting for absolutely no reason whatsoever.
It's a facade, yeah.
And Aaron Davis, Skills Up, found me up.
Yeah.
What the fucking hell's wrong with you? I don't know. I was like, is it us? Have we done something wrong? And I'm like, no. And he just said to me, he says, Gav, look, something's going on with you, mate. You know, you want to talk to us, to us. You know, I'm here, just pick the phone up.
Yep.
And he's a busy man. He's a really busy man. But he always makes the time. He even phoned me up on the night, and when my father-in-law died, he phoned me up. Are you all right? Just want to make sure you're okay. And that's what I adore about Aaron. He's as busy as he is, he'll always make that time.
Yeah, special.
And he's a proper good guy. So he then said to me, look, if you want to talk, I'm here. And I was just like, look, I do and I don't. I need to go and sort of work out what's going on in my head, because at the minute this is really alien to me. I don't know what's going on. That's when I started kind of admitting to myself there is a problem here, like. And I said that to her, and I said, it's not you guys. I said, it is me.
Yeah.
I've got no motivation. I'm still getting up at 4 o'clock, still going to the gym. It probably isn't helping matters because I'm not resting properly.
Yep.
Not probably putting enough calorie into my body at this point as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I was with a guy on the boot camp at the time who worked for Story Rail. Great lad. He'd come out of the Royal Marines and he'd been working for Stories for a couple of years. And he just said, "I've had your bloods done." I says, "Do you know what? It keeps coming up on my social media, that does. You know, like Thriver, Medichecks, Men for Manual and all that sort of crap." And I think, no, I said, "I haven't." I said, "But it does keep popping up on my, I don't know whether it's because of my age group or, you know, I mean, I'm 39 now, you know, I'm heading into my 40s. And I'm thinking, all I've done is just totally, completely drain my body out of all of its good natural resources that it needs." And so I bit the bullet. I went to a company called Medichecks, went on their website, and I thought, right, let's go all out with this. And I ordered the ultimate performance package, it's called.
Yep.
Cost me 200 and, off the top, I think it was 239 quid. A few days later, books in, because you select a clinic to go and have the blood drawn.
Okay.
So I thought, right, I got a free day. So went to the clinic, had the blood drawn, went and had breakfast with our mate Pete afterwards.
Yeah.
Explained to Pete what I'd done that day. And he was like, "Oh, okay. So what do you think?" I said, "Oh, you know, something's not right, Pete. Something's amiss, and I need to sort it out."
Yep.
So I'd already admitted now at this point that, look, there's a problem here.
Yeah.
And how can I be 100% sure as to what my issue is without checking my blood? Now, if I'd have gone to the doctor and said to my doctor, "Look, I've got low mood, I've got no motivation, I'm getting horrible intrusive thoughts, like nasty, nasty intrusive thoughts." I had to stop walking the dog on the chase on my own.
Yeah.
I wanted people to come with me all the time. I kept saying to my daughter, "Do you want to come and take the dog for a walk?" "Nah." "Oh, come on, come and take the dog for a walk." I wanted someone to come with me. Yeah. And that's what it was.
Supervise you.
Yeah. And because I was just getting these horrible thoughts and like real low bouts of mood, and I was getting ratty, like really ratty. And I'll probably say, I probably even said some nasty things to a few people, you know, without realising it. So I listened to what this lad who'd come out of the Marines, excuse me, this is only come on for the night. And he just said to me, he says, "Go and have your bloods done." So I did. And then I was up at Bank Farm, not far from me, where I do a bit of training. And my phone went ping, and I looked up. I was like, "Oh, my results." And I literally opened it, because in my head I'm thinking, something's damaged in my head here. Something's seriously wrong with me. I've looked after my body this last sort of 18 months. I shouldn't be feeling like this. I should be absolutely bouncing off the walls now, and I'm not. I'm the total polar opposite. So the results came through. My iron was a bit funny. So, okay, that's an easy fix, you know. I can alter my diet a little bit more cabbage, perhaps take an iron supplement to encourage that. So that was an easy fix. There was an issue with my adrenal hormones, basically stress.
Okay, yep.
That's linked to your testosterone.
Yep.
My testosterone was right down low. So I was sitting, your testosterone range of good is 12 nanomoles per litre to 30 nanomoles per litre.
Okay.
Mine was sitting at 10.5. And as a 39-year-old bloke, I looked at that and I nearly bust out crying.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, I was, Jesus Christ. I'm there thinking, I thought I was absolutely fucked. I thought there was something wrong with me.
Yeah.
And there ain't. It's just that my body's just like, it's just not producing it. So
you're lacking a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, lacking a bit of something. So when I actually looked at the symptoms, because you get like a full report off the doctor and everything, which is really good. And I thought, if I'd have gone to my GP with that in the first instant, he'd have just given me antidepressants.
Yeah, 100%. I thought when you said it, pills. Yeah.
Yeah, he'd have just put me on the happy pills and that'd have been the end of it. And then I'd have been on them for life.
Yeah.
And that's not good for anybody to do that. So I thought, if my body needs something, granted, you've got to give it.
Yep.
You've got to put that into your body to maintain sort of health and longevity, which was essentially what I was looking for. So I then decides to buy these supplementation, applied nutrition, Test-X, Tonga Tally and stuff like that. And, you know, try and alter my diet slightly. And I went back into my supplement guy and I said to him, how long is this going to take? Because, like, I'm ready to stick a noose around my neck. I'm done.
Yeah.
And he basically just said to me, he says, it's going to take a few months. You know, after a few months, it might start to pick up. It might not. He said, but I'm going to be honest with you. The level that that's at, he said it's all highly unlikely that them supplements will even touch it.
Really? Yeah.
So in our 20s, we peak about 20, 25, our testosterone peaks, and then starts to deplete in our 30s by about one animal per year. So I'm thinking, well, I'm 39 now, so I'm quite well past my 20s, but not far enough for it to be depleted as much as it has. Sometimes it's just stress, age-related, not eating properly, and I thought, not exercising. I thought, well, yeah, probably not enough sleep has had a massive impact on that depleting as fast as it has. But not to the point where it should be as low as what it is. So I decided to drop onto a TRT service.
Yep.
So I have to inject twice a week now. The smallest amount, it's tiny. You wouldn't believe how small amount it is. Twice a week. After the 4th week, wow, there was some significant changes.
Really?
Yeah, massive changes, yeah. You know, my mood was bang, back where it needed to be. I felt great. Felt proper elated. I got energy.
But you say it's just a situation you felt normalised again. Just
Yeah,
like
I
you're
just
back
felt
to where you
normal.
should be normally. You know, as if you're above that. You know what I mean? On a high, you actually know this is just
this is normal.
Yeah.
And I've just had my other blood test done. I do it quite regular. I've continued to go to Medichecks again because the service was good.
Yeah.
So that's just to make sure that my testosterone levels are staying where they need to be.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in enhancement, not in the slightest. That's not what I'm about. But what I am interested in is being healthy and being well. First time I injected, oh God, I felt dirty. It was horrible. I didn't like it one bit.
You sat down with your family as well, didn't you? Maybe you mentioned to me.
That was the first thing I did.
You brought your family into the equation with it.
So I bought the supplements first, and I sat down with my wife. We had a couple of discussions over it. I think we had a couple of disagreements. Wasn't necessarily an argument, I'd say, but definitely a couple of disagreements because she's like, "You keep talking about this. Why do you keep talking about it?" I was like, "Because it's bugging me. That's why I keep talking about it, and I need to get this out there now.
Yeah,
I need to sort this out.
I need to find something.
Yeah, because this just ain't good." And she said to me, "You know, what's the next route if this doesn't work?" And I said, "Well, it'll be a testosterone replacement service where I'm injecting testosterone into my body." Is that the only thing we can do? I don't really like the thought of you doing that. And I thought, well, no, me, but that's a small price to pay, innit? To sort of be stabilised in your mood, your motivation's there. Because at this point now, this is affecting my work.
Yeah.
I wanted to throw the business in. I wanted to just get rid of it. Gone. I was going to go and drop back on a machine, and this was becoming become a standing joke in the end with some of the lads up the hub. They were all, I'm back on a machine next week. So, yeah, and it just, once I'd gone into this process of this TRT service, it was, I realised, God, my energy levels, I feel normal, I feel happy, I feel sort of, the intrusive thoughts have gone. That's done. I'm not getting on of that anymore. And I thought, there's mileage in this.
Yeah.
But if I'd gone to the doctors, exactly what I said a minute ago, they'd put me on happy pills. And that's when I kind of spoke with our mate Pete Haddock.
Yep.
And Pete was like, you need to have a conversation with Steve Kerrs, like.
Yeah.
Because I said, look, I want to get this out there now. I want to start talking to people about it. Now, on the day that I saw you, I was talking to somebody else that I know there, And I'm telling him everything about what's going on.
Yeah.
So, again, he listened to me. He's then done a very similar path to what I've done. And he was worse than mine.
Mm-hmm.
He's now had to go on to TRT service.
Is it?
Yeah. He's using Manual.
Yeah.
One of the big players on social media at the minute. I've still yet to catch up with him to see how he's getting on with it. I'm intending on probably doing that today on the way back up the motorway in a bit. So I had a discussion with my wife. Once my wife kind of gone, okay, I see where you're going with this, you know, if that's what you feel you need to do, then, you know, you've got my support.
Yeah.
And I just said, look, what I don't want to do is you walking into the bathroom and I'm doing something and you're going, well, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, it's not a great look. It's not good for any marriage. You know, you've got to have that sort of...
transparency.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Second, then I went to my mum. That wasn't necessarily... I didn't think it was going to be a very easy conversation to have. To be fair, it was probably the easiest one out of all of them.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, my mum was just like, well, you got to do what you got to do, and that was it. And then there was my dad. Well, I was actually in Cornwall at the time. My dad lives in Cornwall. I was down in Cornwall, and my dad said to me, he said, Gav, if that's what you've got to do, you've got to do it. You know, if it's that bad, then, you know, do it. At the end of the day, you can always stop doing it. And I thought, well, yeah, granted.
Yep.
He said, so don't ever feel bad for looking after yourself. He said, because if you don't look after yourself, in the long run, who's going to look after them lot?
Yeah.
Referring to my family. I said, yeah, granted. So I then had this period of, you know, going around talking to all my family. I spoke to my sister, spoke to my children, sat down with my kids and gone, look, this is what's going to happen. Just so you were aware.
Yep.
You know, don't want you coming in and going, Dad, what are you doing with that needle?
Yeah.
Obviously, I've got a process, you know, to do it safely.
Yep. It's probably similar to the way someone's just diabetic, isn't it? Really?
Exactly that. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
Comes a norm. Yeah.
It just sounds bad.
Yeah.
But as long as
is it because is there a stigma out there towards it at the moment? What needs to be pushed aside? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. I've spoken to many guys since who have listened to the symptoms that I was displaying and gone, bang, this is alarm bells going off in people's heads. Probably 5 or 6 guys in the last couple of months. And I'm thinking, I need to start talking about this now.
And you're lacking the testosterone as a diabetic would lack the insulin side of things, wouldn't it? So you think, yeah, I don't know, I'm not scientifically a doctor or anything, but if someone's lacking something, they need something to help them.
So this was the point that we started getting across. And Aaron at the hub said to me, wonder how many guys are actually out there who are actually struggling with low testosterone but being treated for depression.
We've had a few talks, we've gone to a few, and with some specialists in the field, and I'll link you up on actually a couple. And it really opened my eyes to Christ. Yeah. The amount of stuff that's going on there. And they're saying about the amount of people, what comes of the lack of testosterone and the amount of people who are susceptible to cancers and heart attacks, all this problem.
Yeah.
The early stages were just lacking testosterone.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, it depletes over time. Age-related decline is the biggest factor.
Yeah.
But you look when we were kids. You know, when we were kids, we used to eat fresh veg.
Mm.
Yeah. You know, your meat came from the butcher. It didn't come from a supermarket.
Yeah.
It was all fresh veg. Your chickens were laying eggs.
Yep.
Everything was homegrown predominantly, or for someone within the family who had an allotment.
Yep.
So your food, you knew where your food come from. There was no pesticides on it.
So they protect the farmers, isn't it? That's what they're saying now, isn't it? You have this genetically modified stuff coming from all over the country, all over the world. You fucking know what's in it, do you?
Well, this is the problem you've got. I mean, we buy so much fruit and veg from Venezuela, Spain.
Yeah.
There's a point of travel in there.
Yeah.
So something's got to go on it to preserve and keep it.
Yeah.
And granted, it does need that.
There's a reason why that fruit didn't make it over years ago. It's because it wouldn't have lasted, but now it does.
But you look at the types of fruit that we're getting now.
Yeah.
Dragon fruit.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have saw that 20 years ago in the UK. It was non-existent. Yeah. Avocados.
Yeah.
No one was eating avocado 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, unless you were an absolute toff.
Yeah. With some sourdough.
Yeah.
And a little bit of a brioche or something.
Yeah. Poached egg. So, you know, and this was the point really, that as a nation,
yeah,
we're eating shit. We're putting shit in our bodies.
And you think it was
every day.
Yeah. And you look at it now, like you said about the McDonald's, all that. I had a McDonald's this morning because I was on the go and needed to fucking have something quick. And I was waiting around for someone that should go quick shoot to the job at 5:30 this morning. And I hadn't eaten. I thought, well, I'm going to be caught up in the next few hours. I'm not going to eat. So I'll quickly just grab a bacon roll. Convenient stuff. My missus told me the other day, just go a few weeks without hitting sausage in your bacon. And apart from that this morning, it was the first time in a while actually. But I thought, how much better I felt for it. All this shit food we put in us. Especially construction though. It's just there, easy, convenience, warm,
convenience
hot.
food,
And you'll be a man on the road all the time as well, won't it? It's there. It's just, you get home and now people, I live in the middle of nowhere, but people say to me, like, how'd you live there without Uber Eats or Deliveroo? I'm like, what do you mean? I couldn't survive without that.
So I've got my process now. Every day when I'm training, I do the gym in the morning because I can't talk myself out of going all day.
Yeah.
It's done, it's finished.
Yeah.
I've burnt them calories that are sitting in my body from the night before.
Yeah.
Before it converts into fat. So I've got to continue on that path. I'm smashing about 4 litres of fluid a day.
Yep.
A considerable amount. I have creatine. I have protein powders. I come back from the gym. By that point, I would have sank about 1.5 litres of fluid.
Yeah.
I then have my protein shake with all my supplements, my omega-3s, my multivit, turmeric.
Yep.
I've just started taking succumbing with D3 as well, because that's predominantly what's in turmeric is that succumbing. That's the golden ingredient, but it's the black pepper that activates it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So anybody out there who has got issues with acid reflux, you need to get on turmeric.
Yeah.
It's one of the best things for your gut health.
Natural. Yeah.
Very natural. Yeah.
With the CRT, then is that something you now just hold that amount you have each week? And you do it for the foreseeable? Is
just keep going. Yeah.
There's no case of your body's like, I need more. You end up taking too much.
No, because all you're doing is just constantly topping up the hormone now.
Yeah.
You know, that's it basically.
Can you work that become more natural? Would your body take to it, or is it kind of you just kind of withhold that, and that's kind of is what it is really?
I'm going to keep going for the blood tests.
Yeah.
And that will determine.
Yeah.
Because that's the true, only real way of finding out what's going inside my body.
Yep.
Although we can look at each other and go, Steve, you look like you're in good health, mate.
Yeah.
But what's going on inside? You don't know unless you've had a blood test. Doctors ain't going to put you through that sort of blood test.
Yep.
You know, not unless it's like, cool, we've tried everything else now. This is the only other option.
Yeah.
NHS does do a TRT service. You're talking about 1.5 years.
Yeah.
What's the point?
It's waste. I sort of gut health. I lost my gut fucking 10 years ago. I got it all ripped out. And ulcerative colitis, lost that large intestine, and now I function through my small intestine effectively. I had a bag for 2 years, and that all rediverted. But I know that my hydration levels suffer very quickly, massively, because where your large intestine takes all the absorption out and creates a firm shit, should we say, a log. That literally is gone for mine. So I have such fluid that I lose if I go to the toilet anyway. So there's a lot that goes in my body that scientifically I don't actually understand yet. But I know how to treat myself now, look after myself. But there's like, I'd like to see a bit more science behind it. Yeah, because I know I'll go from naught to headache and just belch. Yeah, and I know quick water. And I do want to do a bit of homework on it. And Medichecks might be the one to get in touch with.
I would.
And have a little,
I would.
Delve into it. Because like you say, it's not for you in the end. It's for everyone around you as well. Isn't it? Okay, it's you for number one, but the families around you, it's the people that suffer. And if you ain't 100%.
Everyone suffers.
Everyone, work, everything. And everyone who's come to your line of sight.
Even the candidates that I'm teaching would suffer because they're not getting the best of me.
Yeah.
And that's not fair.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
Even to some people you pass walking your dog that night, you never know what was going to come if you didn't look after yourself. Yeah.
Well, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, overall, I'm such a happy person,
Yeah.
But God, did I feel shit.
Yeah.
I felt lousy, man.
Yeah. We looked at doing a few test things here, the testosterone, and there's a few things ourselves camera might come away from it, but because we needed it to be done right, really. Yeah. So this just doesn't seem accurate what we're doing from what we've just got online. So, but going into someone firsthand and having it done professionally sounds like
that's their bag. That's what they do.
Yeah, exactly. That's
what they do. So,
and a lot of these people anyway consult with the NHS anyway, don't they? I know I've spoken to before that you can pay private. You're literally paying privately, aren't you?
Yeah.
So I've spoken to private people before, and I go, "What is this? You do full time?" They go, "No, we actually do 3 days in NHS, and we do 2 days of this." So I was like, "If I go through the NHS, then you'd end up coming through us, but through the NHS. We're just cutting that middleman out now and coming straight to us." What's interesting? Yeah, faster.
A lot faster.
Yeah, and
if your body's not functioning right, you've got to do something. There's no point waiting months down the line for it to sort of get a decision and then make changes.
I had a blemish, a scar on my eyeball from an eye check. And I've worn glasses my whole life now, where the contact lenses. I had a mark on my eye, what flared up every now and then, and it goes back. It turns out linked to when I had ulcerative colitis. I flare ups to the body sometimes, and I suffered a concrete burn on my hand, and then that was a weak point. So my hand flared up quite a lot a few years back now. It's absolutely spot on now. It's not even scarred. But my optician was like, "You've got a mark on your eye. I want to get that looked at." And I think, fucking hell, I've heard about marks on eyes. This could be very fucking dangerous. Or don't know what this is going to be. Anyway, my eye, the flare up just kind of went, and it was a bit red and sore. My missus knows it from a mile off. She's like, "You're stressed out, and why? Your eyes flaring up." And you can't even see it in the mirror, but she knows.
Yeah.
They all know.
Yeah.
And then I went and got, and it went down anyway. It was absolutely fine. I've very rarely had it since. 18 months later, a letter come through the door. Your referrals next week, and I was like, "What referral?" And I was like, "Fuck, I've just presumed it got forgotten about, or they didn't push me forward to it." I went in for that one, and it was another year until I got the next checkup on that, and then the one. So a year, 2.5 years later, I had a final when they went, "Yeah, it's all clear now. There's nothing wrong with you," and that was it. I was like, "Well, there fucking was." But they said, "Yeah, I've got a nasty scar on my eye. I got scratched my eye on site years ago. Probably not wearing the right safety glasses or none at all." But yeah, it seems my point. If I've had an instance of the concrete on the hand or the little scratch on my eye from a little debris in it, then my body knows later on when there's a flare up, it'll attack one of these weak spots.
We just don't know what we're doing to our bodies, do we?
No,
That's the problem.
We're not taught the stuff at school that you'd like to have been taught. You know?
Absolutely.
We could have had some interest in.
But I mean, like the point of all this today is, if people are feeling a bit of lack of motivation, total lack of energy, they're feeling very, very low in mood, and they've just generally don't understand what's going on.
Yeah. Educate yourself.
Go and get a blood test.
Yeah.
Go and do it, because you're never ever going to know what's going on.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something now, you'll be very, very surprised at what's going on.
Yeah.
Very surprised at what your body's actually doing.
I haven't read it, but a lot of people keep saying it to me. If they don't tell you about Body Keeps a Score, there's a book called Body Keeps a Score. Apparently, it's incredible. Yeah. It's just more. It goes back to trauma and how trauma can play effect on the body and the way the body shows in different ways and the body suffers. I'm yet to go for it. I've had 3 or 4 guests on here. Good friend Tina Dixon, a super beam. He's literally he's changed his life. He's in jiu-jitsu. He does pretty what you're doing with your body. He's done the same, but in the jiu-jitsu world now, he's just every day with jiu-jitsu. I need this, and he's flourishing. But it all goes back to this book called The Body Keeps the Score. So I need to get on it. But finding time to listen to audio books, I suppose, would be the way to do it.
I'd say so, yeah.
Body keeps the score. Yeah, it really gets the body talking about the trauma in life now that can show in your body in different ways you can deal with it. But yeah,
I'll have a look.
We'll both have to do some homework and go listen to it and reflect back on another podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, what's next then on the Gavin world?
Oh God, we just keep working for now.
Keep pushing hard.
Keep pushing. Yeah, just keep pushing. Keep pushing weights. Keep working out. Keep eating well. I mean, my day-to-day diet's quite. I wouldn't say it's the same because I try and mix and match it up. So I've got overnight oats.
And Christmas coming.
Just carry on as normal.
Yeah, with a turkey on the side.
With a turkey on the side. Hey, turkey's the best one you can have.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's fucking everything in that, isn't it?
Yeah, turkey's got more protein in it than any other meat.
And then cranberry on the side.
Cook it properly.
Cranberry and stuffing and sausage meat and all that to it.
We had turkey
proper
yesterday.
dinner.
Yeah, proper dinner.
Yeah.
So, I mean, today I've got overnight oats with protein powder. Your body needs protein.
Yep.
Your body's made up of it. So I have overnight oats with cookies and cream protein powder, some fruit in there. I met that up the night before. It takes me less than 5 minutes to prep it. I've got a little bit of steak and rice to have. Yeah. Tomorrow I've got chicken and rice. And I can mix and match whatever I have with either veg or each day. I've got all these little steam bags that I have. Bang them in the microwave. Yeah. I can decide on the morning what I want that day. Load up on water throughout the day. And this is just sort of, not necessarily calorie counting, but this is sort of prepping your life to sort of live relatively well.
Yep.
We've got to have meat. We've got to have veg every day.
Yeah.
There's stuff in it that our body needs.
Yeah.
Oats will give you longevity in terms of taking away that little bit of hunger, filling yourself up on water. That's what's going to stop the craves. It's what's going to stop you wanting to pull into McDonald's drive-through and just stick that shite in your body. Bread being a big factor for people. Yep. If you've got colitis, you probably know that better than anybody.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the gluten, all those.
How many ingredients are in a loaf of bread now?
The loaf of bread don't go mouldy anymore. That's what I always say. Isn't it? You loaf it. How long does that bread bin stay clean? Like, I remember as a kid, within a day or two, it was kicking up, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's how the French. Going back to Alex over there, half French. Every podcast gets referenced. they had the French stick, the bread, wasn't it? I think that night there's normally some dish what has the bread in it.
Got the bread in it, yeah.
because it's fresh in the morning, it's rock hard at night, so put it in the soup, soften it up and eat it and finish it. Whereas here, it's
a bit like bubble and squeak.
Yeah, just stick it in there, make it good. But now you don't see a mouldy loaf. Yeah, isn't it? Madness.
Takes a lot more doing because there's too many preservatives.
Because exactly what's in it. Yeah.
3-4 ingredients. That's all it should be.
Yeah.
3-4 ingredients.
No,
and that's the problem with a lot of people now. They're putting stuff in their bodies, and that's what's causing these issues.
Jamie Oliver speaking the other day on the podcast with Louis Theroux, really interesting one. And he said the average home cooked meal now of an evening is 20 minutes. Takes 20 minutes where it used to be 40 minutes.
Wow.
Because people used to spend their time and putting the right stuff in and preparing food and doing it properly. And that's half now. And he said since that check as well, it's probably gone back even shorter because of the likes of Deliveroo and all that shit.
Hasn't convenience took over?
Yeah. And he said that. He said, so I'll push all I can do with the school dinners and everything, what he's done. He said, does he look at his career as success? He went, well, no, if you not look back at what the actual society does now, no, it's not. I'm sure it's £5-6 million earned in books. Don't won't dishevel that feeling, but he might deem it as a success. But yeah, it was educational. It was like, you've got to realise we need to teach these people how to cook a fresh meal, isn't it?
My daughter's 15. And the stuff that she makes for herself, she doesn't eat much of our food anymore. Yeah. She was like, no, I know what I want, and I'll make it myself.
The next generation is doing right in it, I think.
I think so,
sense.
Yeah. Health-wise,
they're aware. Yeah, they're aware.
They're a lot more aware of it now.
Yeah, and they'll question things, don't they? They'll
Absolutely.
Go, that ain't right.
You know what, fair play. But us as parents, we've kind of got to push and promote that a little bit as well.
Yeah.
That's why we're getting so many machine drivers and ground workers with acid reflux and these sleep apnea and stuff like that.
And with the companies, to do these health checks, isn't it? How we can get this round. How can we get how can we get the CITB in a position where they're willing to fund health checks for all these workers? I think every company's paying into CITB for everything else, isn't it? I won't get political about it, but let's see.
There's a lot of money sitting in the pot.
There's a lot of money sitting in a pot that could go towards looking after the healthcare. And what will that do? That will give us longevity and more machine operators and health construction workers for a longer period of time, won't it?
Absolutely.
The long-term solution of it will be, that's our next
I do think diet and exercise and the right amount of sleep.
Construction mixed with a bit of sport. How about that?
That's the one.
Who would have thought it?
That's the one, yeah.
Gavin,
good to go.
A million thanks to you for coming down and travelling all the way from the Black Country, as you were telling us. Thank you for coming down. No, it's not a short stint, but I'm glad we could facilitate a conversation around it. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more to do it.
Yeah,
I would definitely come out and see you. We should be on the road a lot more in 2026 as well, so we'll be popping in to see you, maybe jumping on a machine with you.
Absolutely, mate.
Bit of fun.
Always
see
welcome.
What you're up to.
Always welcome.
Yeah.
Like I say, if this is going to benefit anybody, then,
and we've got it. There's been, we got to say, there is over the last year, so the views are going up every week, but the little stories of how much this has helped me or something to open our eyes to. We had a guy the other day just about James Lewis from the wealth management thing and how people should be looking after themselves and their money in a way. And those little things, people go, oh, fuck, I'm not the only one who has that debt then or that trouble. And there is people I can just drop into. And we had last week, it's not going out yet, Catherine, she said, I'm going to be Cat. I'm not Cat, I know her personally. This is Cat, and she's been a professional work, it's Catherine. She came on, but she's a family lawyer. So she goes for all this family law and how people with divorce settlements and that kind of happen, when people should look at speaking to these people and how they can protect themselves in a way. I was in the industry of construction, there's a lot of people going through a lot of stress with their families, and to give people a little bit of an incentive of, I'm not the only one here. So, a million thank yous. Thank you very much, pal. Safe travels back.
I will.
And then we'll see you on a machine on a site near you.
Thank you very much.
Top man. Cheers, Gav.